That back seven is just.
I think Bowers is the only one that could entice them to go away from corner or linebacker. But boy, I mean that's putting a lot of eggs in the defensive line basket in the past couple of years. You're kind of neglecting other positions. You better really get a pass rush then, because that secondary is. Oh.
Ah!
Oh, boy.
Wow, Titus Young. There he is. He's looking good. You knew that was going to happen. So how do you think that? Titus Young and Calvin Johnson on the same field with Matthew Stafford, Brandon Pettigrew, and Javid Best. Talk about a fast team.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they got some weapons.
Got some speed. You can't be a slow defense and expect to beat them. Well, that's intriguing. What Derek Williams hasn't worked out, you put Titus Young in the slot. I think Nate Burleson can play that number 2 role. I don't think it's a terrible pick. I would have liked to address that defense more. Obviously, I think that would have been a better choice. But I like Titus Young a lot, and I think he can be a dynamic player. And he's definitely going to be in single coverage with Calvin Johnson there.
Yeah, I think that's the key too. He's a nice compliment to Johnson. He'll take some pressure off him.
So yeah, it's very interesting that they opted for that speed, and obviously that's the pick. When you pick Titus Young over some of these other wideouts that are out there over defense. So Denver is on the clock. Is that correct? Denver's going to be up.
I believe so. Yep, with back-to-back picks.
Yeah, back-to-back picks for Denver.
And you know what? All the guys we were talking about as possibilities for them are pretty much there. Pye and Austin both are there. Barry Sanders. Another example, starting to feel old. His kid's a senior in high school is a really good prospect.
Yeah, Barry Sanders Jr. He's going to Bama?
I don't think he announced it, did he?
No, I don't know. I don't really follow recruiting too well, but
I bet he's going to end up at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, following Dad's footsteps.
Yeah, got to.
Castle in the chat room says the Lions better not take his son ever.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I would think they'd want him.
I'm sure they would, as long as he doesn't retire early. Lions are going to be fun to watch, France. I'm pumped to watch this team. I want to watch the Lions. Can't wait for Thanksgiving. As long as Stafford stays healthy, please, God.
Shoot, maybe Denver should take Pye and Austin.
Do it.
Solve that problem once and for all.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, yeah, that'd be great. But, I'm not sure if John Fox is going to push for a D tackle.
Like I've said, I know I was doing a radio show out in Denver, and the host was getting on me a little bit for suggesting that they might take a running back in the top 3 rounds. But I said, hey, Marino can't stay healthy, and John Fox likes running backs.
He loves
wants more than one option.
And I don't know if it'd be LaShore, but maybe someone like a Kendall Hunter or Tywan Jones here could be intriguing. But, I guess with the new philosophy, maybe LaShore can fit. So.
See, I think LaShore would be a good fit to team with Moreno.
Probably, I don't think he's a John Fox type of player, though. I don't think it's the type of running back John Fox wants to use.
Put Moreno in a third down role and limit his carries a little bit and try to keep him healthy and let LaShore be the first and second down guy and take a pound in.
Yeah. And Saquon Barrett's still on the board. Say that. Titus.
Goofing around.
Yes. Titus Young. Here we go. We got to play that on the podcast tomorrow. I want a here we go.
That can be arranged.
I said Bowers 49 times. I'm going to mention him. I think he's still. I think we need to still remember that he's on the board. Yeah, and another thing, a good point, just reading Twitter, that Young probably could take over the punt return duties as well.
Yep. Well, I'm looking at the draft order here and trying to figure what the next possibility is for Bowers. St. Louis, no. Oakland, no. Washington, no. Chargers, no. Maybe Tampa. I mean, it sounds like there's a good chance they could go defensive out with 2 of their top 3 picks, and they would tackle.
Maybe Philly. I mean, that could be a Eagles type of pick, though. I know it's not a big need.
Yeah. Seahawks, maybe?
Stephon Logan, WMD, I think he's a good kick returner, not as good as a punt returner, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe Bowers does drop out this round.
Could happen. Tom, the inside of Bowers' knee must look like the seventh circle of hell.
What a shame. But you know what? If it was that bad, why did he come up? Why did he enter the draft?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't know at that point. It's very, very strange. Let's see. Denver, as long as they don't pull Josh McDaniels, take a blocking tight end in the second round, I think they'll be okay. But
as long as they don't do a Josh McDaniels in any way, shape, or form of anything.
To go with the anti-Josh McDaniels.
That should be their motto. What would Josh McDaniels do, and do the opposite? They'd be extremely successful, I think.
I have to imagine one of these Denver picks has to be a defensive tackle, if not both.
Oh, well, I don't think I was half joking when I said both, but I think
right.
At least one of them. Yeah. Then what's the other one? That's the question. Just best defensive players.
Yeah, I mean, just go with it. They still could use some corner depth.
Well, Brandon Harris.
How about Brandon Harris? I think Brandon Harris, under the tutelage of Champ Bailey, could be intriguing. I think safety definitely a possibility as well.
It'd be good nickel. Harris, put him in nickel behind Bailey and Goodman.
Yeah.
I mean, Parrish Cox is in legal trouble. Just like, I just keep going back to, everyone says, oh, we make too big of a deal about these character questions. These guys aren't angels. Well, there's a reason we make a big deal of it, because usually history repeats itself.
Yes, that's true. That's true, and it does. And we've seen that time and time again. It's kind of been proven.
And it doesn't happen in every case, but more often than not, the problem is only exacerbated with money.
Right. And I think that's what one of the fears of Marvin Austin is definitely he's turned it on for this process, but not when he's playing in college. So that can definitely be an issue. No, it's not going to be Ryan Allen.
Wants to rebuild the NFL's worst defense. It was Von Miller that addressed the worst pass rush in the NFL yesterday. This pick, they're going to take the first safety off the board. UCLA's Raheem Moore addressing a need.
Well, there you go. Did you get that one, Scott?
Yeah. Thank you, Edward, for running that.
That's what we're going for, apparently.
Stealing the thunder of whoever the Broncos rep is. Going to go up there.
Probably just John Elway walking out, right?
Another kick in the butt for Josh McDaniels. Here a couple years ago, he used the second, fourth round picks on safeties.
There's so much back. Where's he?
Yeah, second round pick.
He traded up for one of them.
And Bruton's a good backup. I mean, I always viewed him as backup and his contribution to special teams.
I do like Raheem Moore though. I like Raheem Moore's fit. I think he could start from day one. Him and Dawkins together. That's not a bad tandem back there. I think Raheem Moore of the ball hawk. You can have him a little bit more in coverage. I think he definitely upgrades the secondary, upgrades that defense a bit too.
And he's a playmaker. That's what they kind of need back there. And he'll have some more opportunities to make those plays with Dumerville back and the addition of Von Miller.
Yeah. So Shannon Sharp, there you go. So ESPN stole the thunder from another ESPN analyst.
Yeah. I just don't understand why you do that. Just, do you want to prove how smart you are, or that you have? I just don't understand why they do it.
Some of the same things are happening on, some guys on Twitter, or at least the picks. I mean, I'm sure there's a fairly big delay, but.
I mean, I think that's one of the intriguing things about the NFL draft is the suspense, and
they just kind of let it go.
It's like giving somebody a present and then right as they're starting to open it, say, it's a toaster.
So, all right, so they nab Moore, and
Pyre Austin. Got
to be more defense. It has to be more defense. Now, yeah, I agree with you. I think they should do that. Is there anyone on the offense that they could look to address? I'm trying to think. I don't know if they necessarily need offensive line help immediately.
Tight end and running back.
Yeah.
Kendricks. Lance Kendricks.
Kendricks could be a possibility. I'm not sure if John Fox, once again, if he values that.
Correct.
Running back, we mentioned.
I think you go defense here. There's such good value at the D tackle. Take advantage of it.
They're falling.
You need, and you got value.
They're falling. So this pick is in. I'm interested in when we're going to see another trade happen here. Because Mallett's still falling. A couple of these players we thought could be.
Well, we're 2 picks, or after Denver picks here, we'll be 2 away from
Oakland. Oh, that'll be fun. DeMarcus Van Dyke.
I mean, isn't Mallett a prototypical Raider?
He is.
In every way, shape, and form. I mean, Aldeus loves big arms.
But Aldeus did fall asleep last year for the Thursday and Friday, so.
They're like, don't wake Al, he'll take Mallett.
Crap. Like, we got Rolando McClay last year. Let him sleep.
Tiptoeing around behind him.
Crap, he woke up Jacoby Ford. The Jacoby Ford was pretty good last year. That was a pretty good pick. Good job, Al Davis. You got one.
Why'd they give him a helmet?
CB asks if Jamarcus is coming out to announce that pick. Probably. So who's after? St. Louis is after Denver. Is this where we see another receiver come off the board?
I've heard either Torrey Smith or Randall Cobb linked to them.
I think Randall Cobb might be the best fit.
I think that's what I had in my mock.
Yeah, I'd like that pick for them. I like that pick a lot. They definitely need some type of weapon in St. Louis. I mean, Greg Little's still on the board.
I like Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
You know what they called the formation when they put him in the Wildcat there in Kentucky? The Wild Cobb.
The Wild Cobb, that's right. I think you mentioned that on the Wednesday nights, but maybe Leonard Hankerson, huh? I can get you singing Friday tomorrow.
What's the number 80 is the over?
80 is the pick.
I'm gonna win that one. So do we know who is winning the What's Your Fantasy?
I don't. I haven't seen anything from Jared yet. It's not me, since stupid Jerry Angelo ruined my freaking chances at winning that thing. Completely flushed him down the toilet. Gosh.
A lot of people did that. Didn't he say I'm the only one that...
No, I think there was one person that put like 20 on yes. That would happen, so... There's a couple people. But yeah, that was another question there, Hankerson or Cobb, so this could be... but yeah, so Denver's pick, we're still waiting on this one. Any questions from the chat room? I'm kind of trying to stay away in case someone ruins this pick, but... second snap. Second. Or number 2. I'll get a few. I got to keep the T going. I had no voice when I woke up this morning. That wasn't good. How's it going, Wes? Welcome. Welcome. Up to 80 viewers. We were between 80 and 100 yesterday. Now we're staying pretty clear of 80 right now. It's pretty good.
I'll just check my phone here. I got some text messages from some buddies who are Vikings fans. And what the explicit is that pick? Why not take Bowers? We don't need a tight end.
Nice. What do we think of Titus Young pick? I like the Titus Young pick. I'm a big fan of Titus Young. He reminds me of a slightly shorter Mike Wallace. I got to interview him. I told him that. He really tries the models game after Deshaun Jackson. I know his comparison's been made. He's not quite like he is, but Titus Young just zips past people. I think you put him on that go route. You have Calvin Johnson. I like the pick. I think a second wide receiver there for the Lions could completely revolutionize that offense. I really do. I don't think the Lions' offensive line is as much of a need as people think, or at least they don't determine it to be that much.
And I think you got Johnson and Burleson on the outsides, and then you got Titus in the slot. And yeah, I like it.